Hi, welcome to luxbecks, my new YouTube channel. My very first YouTube channel, my very first YouTube video. Um, if you hear some meowing back there, it's one of my kitties. I have two kitties, and one thinks that I'm talking to her instead of the camera. So please forgive us. Hi, mommy. So yeah, welcome. I call my channel luxbecks because my name is Rebecca, therefore the Becks, and Lux because I love luxury goods. I love watching YouTube videos of others reviewing their luxury goods, especially like Louis Vuitton, Chanel. I love those two brands so much. So I'll be sharing a few of my pieces. I've slowly started my collection over the last couple of years, so I'll be sharing some of those. I hear you, mommy. So yeah, my name is Rebecca. I live in Houston, Texas. I am proudly, I will say it, 34 years old. I'm not ashamed. I'm very proud to be 34. I think this age, early 30s, mid 30s, or the time where you really, really start to embrace yourself. You know what you're capable of. You know what you don't like. You know what you're willing to put up with. Like your tolerance is more black and white. Like and I think that's just all the lessons that you learned in your 20s, and you're just so much more sure of yourself. You're much more aware, and I love it. I love this time in my life. I am married. I've been married to my husband since 2012, so we're going on 6 years in September, so it's exciting. We have one son. He'll be 4 next month, so we're really excited. I'm doing party planning. I'm the crazy mom that plans like crazy parties for my kid because to me it's like a celebration for the parents. Like we survived another year because if you're a parent, you know how hard it is. However, we do have number 1 on the way. I'm due December 1st, so I'm about 18 weeks along, almost 18 weeks along with number 2. And we did find out it's a girl, so I am thrilled. I thought my first was going to be a girl, but it turned out to be a boy. And so now I'm excited that I get my pair, and we're done. 2, done. We're very happy about that. So, so the reason why I started this channel is I have time on my hands. I'm off for the summer. I spent the last 2 years teaching high school math, so I'm off for the summer and I'm just enjoying myself. My son is still going to daycare or preschool because he absolutely loves it, and I would hate to pull him out. He loves it. He's taking swimming lessons. He loves it. So I didn't find it in my heart to pull him out, and luckily we're in a position where we can afford it because it's not free. But yeah, so that's really exciting. So on my time off, I've been watching YouTube videos on luxury goods and makeup tutorials and fashion, and I've just come to love it. So my son loves his own YouTube stuff, and at first I used to be like, what's up with this kid? He's watching other people play with toys, and why isn't he playing with his own toys? He'd rather watch other kids play with toys. And then I started watching videos about luxury goods and like makeup tutorials, and I was like, oh, okay, I get it. I'm in my 30s, call me old lady, whatever, I get it. So I thought I'd just jump in and share my love of luxury goods. I'll also be talking about makeup. I'm slowly coming into my own style of makeup, as you can see. I actually did my makeup today. My hair, it's actually dry. I actually blow dried it. Usually it's wet out of the shower in a messy bun. So I had time today, so I figured I'd try. But if you have any tips on, makeup on hair, I'm happy to hear it. What else can I share about myself? So like I said, I spent the last couple years being a teacher, teaching math. Call me a math nerd. I love math. I actually have a Bachelor of Science in Petroleum Engineering, so I spent a little over 10 years working as an engineer. But if you know anything about oil and gas, the industry has taken a hit in the last few years. So I was a casualty. I got laid off, and I just had to try something new. I tried being a stay-at-home mom for a while, and it was really hard. It's going to be a whole story for another time, but I jumped into teaching, and being able to share my love of math and science with others was one of the funnest things. Teaching is hard. aside from parenting, because we all know being a parent is hard, teaching is, I mean, overworked, underpaid is an understatement. But I, just spending time with kids and really, I feel like I was out of touch with reality almost in what I was doing. But then when I got connected to these kids, it just kind of brought me back to my roots and just kind of, I was able to see the world in a whole different way. It's definitely helped me be a better mother, being able to communicate with kids. Even though I taught teenagers, they're still really kids, and they don't always know how to communicate with words or things like that. So you have to really interpret what they're saying with either what their words are or what their behavior is. So that's really helped me understand my son a lot more, even though he's still a toddler, but it's still the same principle. So I'm really thankful for that. What else? Engineering again. I'm an enginerd, math nerd. I love math jokes, corny jokes. My husband is also an engineer, so we talk a lot of shop, and we see the world in a very different way than most people, just because of the way our mind works with just things. Everything is mechanical to us, and we like to see how things work and why they work, and we're the type of people that if like a piece of electronic breaks, like we pull it apart and try to figure out what's wrong with it. So that's just how our brains work. But yeah, aside from that, again, I think this channel is, I'm starting off with luxury goods, but there's going to be a lot of mommy stuff in it. Being a parent, we've got to be there for each other, support each other, talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly, because parenting is hard. And so the more you can share your stories about what you think is only happening in your... All right, I'm back. Sorry about that interruption. It was pest control. It just arrived, so had to let them in, and they're going to treat the outside. Again, living in Houston in the swamp, it's a lot of mosquitoes, a lot of bugs. Summertime, it's hot. It's been raining a lot, so just need all the bug control we can, because it's just bad. Anyway, so like I said, this channel would be about luxury goods. Again, being a mommy, being a parent, sharing all those things. Some makeup stuff. Like, again, I'm coming into my own with makeup, so I'll be sharing a lot of that stuff. And I'm a proud plus size girl, so plus size fashion will probably be a thing too. But you don't have to be plus size to enjoy this channel, so don't feel left out. But I would say, being plus size, it's been hard. If you're plus size, you probably understand. I grew up being ashamed of my body, of the way I looked. I have 3 sisters, and they're all skinny and beautiful. And we grew up eating like the same thing. So I don't know what went different with me. Maybe it's my genes. I don't know what. But we grew up the exact same way. So, but it was probably in my late 20s that I just said, I've been fighting this my whole life. I've been on diets. I've lost weight. I've gained weight. I've done all that. And I was just tired. I was over it. And I was like, you know what? This is me. I'm a good person. I'm a positive person. I've worked hard my whole life. And I'm okay with that. If people have a problem with the way I look, it's their problem, not mine. It's how I see it. And I'm always willing to have an open conversation about it. Because, people want to call me names, whatever, make fun of me. But you know what? If you're that type of person, like, I can always lose weight if I want, but you're probably always going to be an asshole. So that's how I see it. Because if you want to tell me something about the way I look, it's probably because you're the asshole. And I'm not sure that's as easily changeable as losing weight, should I choose to. I try to do what I can to be healthy. I'm not a sickly person. I don't get sick very often. Being pregnant with number 2 right now, it's different than number 1. I'm down for the count a lot of the days. Brushing my teeth is a struggle because I just want to vomit. So, I'm going to be sharing a lot of those things about being pregnant and my pregnancy chronicles, I call them. So this channel is just going to be about all kinds of stuff. Mainly luxury goods is probably what I'll start it out with, and we'll see after that. But if you have any tips on how I can make my videos, what kind of content you want to see, you want to give me some makeup tips, or tell me how to fix my hair more easily and quickly in the morning, because again, it's usually still wet and up in a messy bun. So the fact that it's down and dry is like, it's the thing. If you have any questions for me, leave them down in the comments below. If you liked my intro video, give me a thumbs up. I am super new to this game, so any tips you can give me, any feedback, I am all ears. Because, that's how you learn. That's how you get better. You got to take the feedback and get better. So I'm a perfectionist, which is something that I've struggled with the last few years on not being as perfectionist. So, so I'm working on. I've gotten better with it. I'm not as much of a control freak as I used to be. Being an engineer, you have to be a control freak. You have to be detail oriented, because the things that I did, lives were at stake. So I had to make sure that everything was perfectly in place. Otherwise, it could be dangerous to people, literally. So, but when you become a parent, you don't really have much control over things. So that's a story for another day, about how I've come to terms with a lot of those things. So anyway, give me a thumbs up if you like this. Any tips? I am so open, and I'm so excited to do this, because I've been thinking about it for a while, but I'm like, I'm in my 30s. Like, this is really like more of a young kids thing. Like, I don't know. But when my best friend's like, you should do it. You have time. You're at home. Like, it'd just be fun. Talk about your love of Louis Vuitton. Talk about, makeup. Talk about being a mom. And I was like, yeah, give it a try and see. So if you like it, give me a thumbs up, subscribe. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So I hope you guys have a great day, and hopefully I'll see you later. Bye.